Welcome to the Phantoms of the Pines, Livonia, episode 3. This is King Ace, your host. We are here at what I've started. I didn't want to bore everybody with the process of building these bases. It's a pretty simple build. You've got your 4 watchtowers in the corner and 3 walls next to it. Instead of putting walls here to save me some logs and save me some planks, I put large tents and car tents here. They also help with the storage and, car parkability. Again, in the middle here, you can do whatever you want. You can put your your fireplace down or whatever. There's some barrels, there's some shelter kits, or whatever you want to do right here. Tents, canopy tents, all the above on there if you really want to. It's really up to you. But I also did a double high watchtower. If you don't know how to do a double high watchtower, I'll kind of give you an example on how to do it as I set up for this next part. I wanted to record this next part on the live stream. This is going to be one of my shorter live streams. I'm only going to be doing this for about maybe an hour and a half as I have to get ready to be at work in real life. So, and as it starts to rain, DayZ, it's great. I was lucky enough to find a sea chest earlier, so there's that. So when I'm building, you've got your normal tools and you've got your normal stuff that you build with. But some of the uncommon things that I build with is I use a canopy tent and I use garden plots to help me out in various different ways. For example, now you'll see over here, you can see a base across the river. Okay, that base across the river is the destination point, or basically where the bridge is going to be at. I zoom in, you can see it. It's the same exact build. Andrew needs to eat some food here. Can I get some food off these zombies on there? You know what? We'll shut this food situation up for a while. I'm only going to eat half my candy cane. How about that? I only eat half my candy cane. It says I gotta eat the whole thing, right? Save some for later. Boom. Half a candy cane. And that should bring me all the way up. That should bring me up good. Alright, so I can run across there and show you what I've done. I put a temporary garden plot bridge, and you can kind of see how to do things. But I'm going to finish what I started over here. And what you need to do is, like I said, you use the canopy tent here to build with, right? So what you want to do is you got to determine where you're going to go with this, right? If I was to put the watchtower kit down here, it would be the bottom level. So you don't want that. You want this to be the second level. This is the 3rd level here for this watchtower, but for the bridge you want this coming off of it to be the 2nd level. Okay, So you have to, come down here. This would be the level where you would start building your watchtowers at. Okay, underneath. Okay, so then you want to come down here to this level. Alright, and probably the main reason why I made this three high, or double watchtowers high, is because, for one, I want to make sure it clears the road, completely clears the road, and that trucks can pass underneath of it, and cars and whatnot pass underneath of it. And I want it to be able to go over the trees, over everything. Okay, and I was lucky enough that when I built this, that I just missed this tree right over here. I just missed it. Just missed it. It's still in the path of our base here, but that's actually kind of cool. I actually kind of dig it. I thought I was going to be closer to the tree, which was worrying me, because then I thought I was going to have tree interfering with my bridge here, which would have looked kind of dumb. But now I think this is going to look really cool. Now, I don't know what it is about, like, the construction of building a bridge in a video game to another point that attracts me for some reason. I have no idea why. Way back when I used to play Ark, I used to build bridges across canyons. I used to build bridges across rivers. I'd have a base on one side of the river, I'd have a base on the other side of the river. I'd build bridges from an island to another island. You know what I mean? I would build bridges everywhere, and it got to the point where it was like an on-running joke with me and my son, who was also a gamer, and he would be like, "Oh, you're building another bridge, Dad, building another bridge," and, you know, and we'd laugh about it or whatever. So we always talked about building bridges in DayZ, and it's always like, I don't think it's possible, but, you know, lo and behold, I found out a way to make pretty awesome bridges. So, okay, figure out where you want it to be. This should be base floor 1, okay? This is where you take out your canopy tent. No, that's not my canopy tent. Thank you. Alright. So you want to position this. If I go into first person, it makes it a little, I think it makes it harder. But you want to position this in a way that here in the bottom left corner of the screen, in front of me, in front of my character, is the tent put away thing. You know, see it right there, where you can pack the tent up. You want to make sure that that clears the stairs. You want it right on the edge. You can see where my pointer is. It's right on the edge of the watchtower. So you want it like that, and it's fine to be more closer to the right. It's good, actually. You don't really want it to be center. So you put it down here like this. You don't really want this to be center. You want it to be there, and then you can still pack it up. So then you come up here to this level, and now this is the level you want to put your garden plots down, because this is a level you want the second floor of your watchtowers to be. So you get out your shovel. I don't think I put my shovel. I think I put my shovel in the truck. And my shovel's on its last limb here, so I might have to go get more shovels. But my base is open and everything's right now, so it won't be too hard. Hopefully I don't need to go get a new shovel. But I'm not really doing much with this part per se, because I need assistance. You need assistance for something like this. So you get your shovel, and that's what this video is about, really, because I wanted to start this part like I started the other part, But when I started the other part, it was last night and it was late and I wasn't on the live stream, and I know I said I was going to live stream this bridge building base, but I kind of forgot, I guess you could say, to live stream it, and just got excited because I kind of figured out a way and I wanted to try it, and I knew how I wanted this part of the base, so I knew how I wanted this to be. It's simple design. I've done it multiple times, and if you don't know how to do it and make it a perfect square like that, you're probably like, how did you get that to be a perfect square? You use watchtower kits, and you use a lot of them, and you make a line with them, and you build it, basically, and well, you set up all the watchtower kits, and then instead of using the watchtower kits, you bust out your fence kits, and you put them down in the straight line that you need to go, and then you just keep going, and you build up that middle wall right there. You take your kits down, you put your tents down, so that it's flush up against that, like that, and boom, Bob's your uncle and everything's all good. Alright, so the way that I did it on the other side, it's kind of exactly how I want it to be on this side. Now you see how it's a little bit raised up from the watchtower, and that's actually good, because as you build this, right, so you want this garden plot to be right here, so then you put this garden plot down, and I'll show you as I go over the garden plot bridge that you see down there. So now you got your garden plot down there, boom. So you come back downstairs, and you can pack up this canopy tent. You don't need this anymore. It's done its job as a scaffolding. Okay, so then you have this, and I know it's kind of like, it's unsightly, but that's not going to stay there. Okay, this all will go away when you dig it away. Alright, now I got some little peeking out. I want to make sure that this is like the way it is on the other side. Okay, so what you'll do is try to aim for that as best as I can, and start garden plotting that way. Now again, this line does not have to be perfect. You don't have to be center all the way. Just as long as you can, as long as you got the middle part. That's the only part that really matters. As long as it's not so janky that you don't have a middle part to go over. And it connects to the other side. But I did my best to make this as perfect as possible, and it looks like I can make a straight shot right from there. It's gonna connect perfectly. And it's engineering. It really is. It's DayZ engineering at its finest. And I'm showing y'all how to do it. So you have that set up just like I did, right? So that, okay, put this away, this chart and away, so I can really show you. Swap out with this. Okay, swap out with that. So I'm not going to keep this here because we still have a lot of work to do before we actually do this part, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what you want to do is, you've got your watchtower kit, and you might think, oh, let's put it right here. No. Because if you put it right here, you're going to have the stairs gap. Because you don't need the stairs. You just need the floor. So what you want to do is you want to have it back here. More. So right about here is actually probably good. I'd actually even go a little bit farther say right about here. But you want to make sure that everything here is lined up. This is the part where you want to make sure everything is lined up. Okay. So you got everything lined up perfectly. So that when you run across, you've got all your watchtowers on you. You can just go straight across. And before you even put down your first watchtower, you want to be able to go all the way across to measure out that you are straight with your other watchtower, with your location. And then walk straight backwards back to here to see if you line up again and that you didn't mess up anywhere on your line. Because you want to make sure that you walk as straight as possible. You don't want to go like this, you don't want to go like that. You know, you want to line it up perfectly. Because if you go left or right, it's going to mess you all up. You're going to be, oh man, how am I going to get it back centered again? You know what I mean? So you get this as centered as possible. And to me, I'm going to have to line this all up again. But to me, that's about as perfectly centered as possible that you're going to get. So you want to place it down, say like right here, to block off the hole in the floor. Unless you want an extreme build, and I don't want to. You don't. It's not really necessary in this case. You don't really want to do that. Extreme building it would be like putting the watchtower kit down like that, and then taking another watchtower kit and putting it down the other way. Okay, I call that extreme building because it's extremely unnecessary. You don't really have to do that if you overlap. You'll save a lot more on planks. You'll save a lot more on logs. A hell of a lot more on logs. It's basically not really a good way of doing it. You know, in some cases it might even be better to, you know, lessen that. So when you build your next watchtower kit, and of course you want to be staying in the same place, you know, so that you're lined up. You know, you pull out your next watchtower kit, and you want to put it, I can't put it down because I need another garden plot, but you put it down so that it overlaps and you don't get the hole there. Okay, so that's basically what you do all the way across, but we're not going to put this down right now because there's a lot more I need to do first. And by a lot more I mean build this bridge across here. Okay. So it's going to take all the garden plots to go across. I'll show you as I'm going to go across here real quick. I'll show you. Did I even lock that side up? I don't know. So as you notice, as we build the garden plots going across here, that they don't go straight across. They curve upwards and then it curves downwards. That's because I had my assistant, Love Pink, on this side digging this way. And we met up in the middle here. I mean, this ain't perfectly the middle because I started at a different spot than she did. And I was building more garden plots, and it wasn't really even to begin with, and we didn't really care about that. We just wanted to get across so that we can travel back and forth freely. And then this is the other side, and I did wind up locking that up, so I can't really show you right now. But it's just me and Draco on right now. Draco's doing his own thing. But yeah, basically you can see I had the same setup going on right there. Okay, So later on, after I get off of work, I'm probably gonna live stream again. So if you haven't liked or subscribed, now will be the time to do so. If you want to catch that video tonight, and I'll be live streaming to really show you how to make this bridge. Okay, and hopefully we have enough materials to do so. We're really going to need more logs. I'm going to try to get my assistant Love Pink to collect logs while I'm at work today. Maybe collect 50 logs. That will get us started. I know what you're saying, wow, 50 logs is only going to get you started. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of logs, because we got to build watchtowers all the way across. Okay, 4 logs apiece, each watchtower. You got to build that all the way across. That's going to take however many watchtower kits it takes. Is each watchtower that I put down is 10 planks and 20 nails. Each watchtower that I put down automatically 10 planks, 20 nails, 4 logs. Or I'm sorry, 8 logs. Not 4 logs. 8 logs. So that's how you gotta count it on the bridge. Because you're not gonna build the top level. You're only gonna build the the bridge level. I might in the future do something like that. I might do a little add on to the bridge, make it a little more cooler. I could do something like that, and it could be pretty badass. Think about it. But that's at a later detail. I might make something like that. I might make something like So basically, in order to build this, I'm gonna get like 3 shovels and maybe a pickaxe. Have Love Pink get the same thing going on. I'm gonna start here, and I have my shovel on me here, so I'll be able to show you. So then I'm gonna take my garden plot, and I'm gonna go as close to the edge as I can get it, and I'm gonna dig down right here. Okay, I want to make sure that I am as straight as I can be towards her. She's gonna make sure that she's as straight as she can towards me. It doesn't have to be perfect. We don't have to meet up perfectly aligned with the garden plots. What has to be perfectly aligned is the watchtower kits. So, okay, we build the dark garden plots. We dig it all the way to the middle. We meet up in the middle. Okay. And that part of the garden plot bridge is done. So then what? So then we take our watchtower kits. Okay. And I take as many watchtower kits as I can carry on me. I'm pretty much going to empty my inventory as much as I can, and I'm going to take every single piece of rope that I can find, and every single fence kit that I can find, every single watchtower kit that I can find. Every single fence kit that I find, I'm going to turn into a watchtower kit. Every single flagpole kit I got, I'm going to turn into a watchtower kit. All the above. Okay, I'm going to have as many watchtower kits on me as I can, and we're going to go all the way across with it. Okay, it's going to take a lot, and I might even have to stop and go again. You know what I mean? Like, I might not make it all the way across. I might not have enough kits to make it all the way across. And if you don't have enough kits to make it all the way across, that's fine. But you want to have multiple kits. You don't just want to have 1 or 2 kits. You know what I mean? You want to have multiple kits, as many kits as you can, to build this kind of bridge. especially if it's a long bridge. If it's a shorter bridge, you can get away with that. You know what I mean? That's no problem. But yeah. What you do is, okay, you take your watchtower kits. Now, I'll come down here to this garden plot bridge and I'll really show you what you do. So now let's say, for example, and we'll go into detail tonight on the live stream because everything is prepped for that. All we gotta do is start garden plotting across. And then after we garden plot across, we'll watchtower across. And then we're gonna get to this part where I'm trying to show you. So, I garden plot. Garden plots are already there for here, so I can really show you here. So you get your watchtower kits and you're setting them up. Jagoonk, and you're overlapping them. Gajoonk, you're overlapping it. Gajoonk, all the way up to where you get to the center one. Right now you know that this is the center. You know this is the top of it. All right, and when you do that, you'll put one down here. Let's say you put it down right here. Boom. Right. The next one that you do, you're staying in the same place. Don't move. Right. The next one that you do, you want to flip it around this way using your up and down keys. Flip the kit around and connect it end to end. No overlapping this time. You don't have to overlap it. Maybe overlap it a little bit if you want to. That's fine, but you don't have to overlap it, right? And then you keep going this way. You make sure you flip it around, and as you're going back down, then you keep overlapping it, okay, like you did before, or only the opposite, and you keep putting them as you go down the line. Make sure that you flip them around. Make sure that your opening is away from you when you're going downwards. Make sure that it's towards you when you're going up. Okay, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Alright? And, I can actually lock this up and drive back through the base because this part of it is done. And I can still lock it up without showing off my code, I believe. Yeah, if I just put this in my inventory here, and I close the gate from the inside, yeah, I can snap it on here without ever showing my code. Boom. And then just hop out right here. Ba-doop. And you can drive across the garden plots, and you probably could with a truck, but I wouldn't recommend it. And I'm not even going to try it, so we're going to take the long way around. I think the other way is short, but we're going to take this way. Just because I want to check out the amusement parks for chain mask, and maybe here on the live stream I'm trying to chain mask. Good luck. I'm pretty well sure that the other way is short. Right across the field. Park here. Dude. Fireworks. Female coif. I guess I'll take that. Throw that away. Throw this away too. Yay. Bolts. Pouch. Some more bolts in it. Blue carnival mask. Some more bolts. And a freaking heat pack. Here, heat pack. Damn. Guess I wasn't lucky enough. Some more padded gloves though. I like the padded gloves. They're like the most adorable of all the gloves. Alright. crazy part is I don't even know if they're the same height. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Huh. Solicitors. There we go. Now, I show you the importance of why you want to have the opening facing facing the downward slope, because when you see, as you're walking up, you can see it right here. You can see how this part is higher, right around here. So when you're trying to build the wooden logs up here, if the opening where the stairs are usually come up at, if that opening right there is underneath the next level, you're not going to be able to build the next floor. You're not going to be able to put down the logs and build it up. You might be able to put down the logs, but you're not going to build it up. And then flip-flopping it is what I did right here in the middle when it comes back down again. But I flip-flopped it right here just so that I have the stairs facing this way when I come down onto here. That is engineering right there. That is DayZ engineering right there in its finest. Okay. And if you want to see what that's all about, I'll take you. So you have your base, which I made sure that this one with the stairs was as close to what I thought the tip of the roof was. You don't want it to be centered, because if it was centered, it would be all funky and over here. So, in the middle of the air. So, I made it so that it was right here. And I also use garden plots to make it flat and things like that. So that I could measure it out to be right here. So that your stairs are right here, and then you go up the stairs to the next floor. No walls on the bottom, completely open so that everybody can walk in. But I got these camo nets here to kind of act as makeshift walls, so to speak. That's actually touching the chimney, so it's okay. These ones on this side are all touching the roof. This one I tried to make touch the chimney, but we can kind of just say that it's fastened to that chimney. And then these two are the only ones that aren't like fastened to the ground at all. They're just floating in the air, but it's okay. I mean, physics, you know. So come up here, and I used my little canopy tent garden plot trick to make these here come off the side of these watchtowers on both sides here and on over here, so that you have some tents here. Boom. And then from here, okay, I have, you know, safety railings here. You can fully enclose this if you really wanted to, you know what I mean. You can put some camo nets up here if you really wanted to. Then you come up here, and basically using the technique that I'm using over there, I made another set of watchtowers over here. Okay, and I did the same thing over here. Okay, so they overlap each other, as you can see right here. And I had built both the stairs on both sides so that you can't fall down or go down right there. Okay, and I only built one set of stairs on the other side, on the other one going up, and the same thing is over here. So basically they're the same going all the way up. Okay, as you can see. And it's just really, it's one set of watchtowers on top of another set of watchtowers, so that it goes all the way up, and with a roof on top of it. And then I've got, using the same technique, well, kind of, you know, I put a canopy tent down here, garden plots and whatnot, and then put down the tent right here. The tent is basically floating in the air, but it kind of overlaps with the other tent, so I just, you know, so I just kind of closed those up. But you still have access to inventory space in this tent and everything. So then it overlooks down there, you know, and you'll really be able to see from up here the bridge that's going to go all the way across. It's going to be an awesome view to see that bridge built and the base built all the way across on both sides of it. But that's all I'll do really for today. I'll really give you a good view of the area here. You know, everything that you can see. And I'll even go down and I'll go up the other side too, really show you what that one looks like. And it's perfectly safe up here. You're not going to fall off anywhere. You know, don't have to worry about falling off. Same thing done over here, repeatedly. And this is basically like an example of what you could do with like a flatland base. You know, you could do this on flat land, and basically, if they can't get in the beginning part of your base, they can't get in your base at all. And you could just keep expanding on it. Like like even from here, if I wanted to, all I gotta do is like, what, knock down this wall here. You know what I'm saying? Garden plot my way over there. Build more watchtowers going up or going over here this way. And go crazy with it, you know what I mean? You can have a whole big huge maze of watchtowers and things and be crazy. You know, really get a good view here of that from here. And I think that's gonna be cool. A real good view of our base here. My truck is just parked outside there. But yeah, that's all I'll do for today. I'll probably go over and start building up some things over there. But just out of sheer boredom, I might build some walls up on this side. But yeah. With that being said, I'll end the video here, and we'll get back to you tonight when we get ready to do the bridge thing after work. So it could be a video that goes well into the AM, so prepare for that. So alright, we'll see you later.